Hi Rick. Cold day, hence gloves. Okay, so Miles Davis, all blues. Now the original key is G, so that would be. But we've transposed it to A so that we can use the open strings of A and D and E. So let's see. The first thing, remember, is so our first chord is an A, and the very first thing we're going to, or an A7. And we've got the open A string along with that bar on the D, G and B strings. And we hammer on the G string on the 6th fret. Just like the riff that we were doing. That stuff. So it's that shape. And then the next shape, whoops, is you take that first finger, you take off the second finger, you take that first finger bar up to the 7th fret on the D, G and B strings. So far you've got this. And then, remember that shape, so you keep the bar on the 7th fret, and then the second finger goes on the B string, 8th fret, and the third finger goes on the G string, 9th fret. So these two fingers are on strings next to each other, yeah, adjacent. And I'm hitting that A string on the first shape, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. I'm hitting it on the first shape and the third shape. So here, not here, and then here, and then not here. You can hit the A string any way you want. That's just how I'm getting that sustain, how I'm keeping the A string sustained. So that's our first chord, our one chord. Then we got the 4 chord, which is a D. It's going to be a D9. And remember, we had that. We had that shape, the D9 shape, in the other blues, 12-bar blues riff that we were doing, or riffs. And here we're not going to use the whole shape. We could do, but we're going to use, it's a more settled sound, so we're just going to have the open D string and the bar on the top 3 strings, the G, B and E string, on the 5th fret. So we've got, and then we take that bar up to the 7th fret, and then we have this shape, which, remember, it's basically a C. Excuse me, it's basically a C. It's the top 3 strings of an E-shaped bar chord. So I've got a bar on the B and E strings at the 8th fret with my first finger, and then my second finger goes on the G string, 9th fret. Yeah, and this is all happening over this D root note. Okay. Then you're back to the 1 chord. Then we got the 5 chord. Remember, the 5 chord is this E7 sharp 9, and we can use the open E string because our 5 chord is an E chord. And so that is with my second finger on the A string, 7th fret, my first finger on the D string, 6th fret, my third finger on the G string, 7th fret, and then my little finger on the 9th fret, on the 8th fret of the B string. Then we take that whole shape up a fret, the whole shape goes up 1 fret, so we go from E7 sharp 9 to F7 sharp 9, then back down to the E7 sharp 9, and then remember we put in the E7 flat 9. So what changes there is the little finger comes off, the first finger bars, instead of just fretting the D string at the 6th fret, it bars the D, G and B string at the 6th fret, but you've got that third finger on the G string at the 7th fret, and you've still got the second finger on the A string, the 7th fret, as the root of the chord. So this, which is 7, 6, 7, 6 on the middle 4 strings, that is E7 flat 9. So to put that 5 chord, the whole thing, into context, let's see, so we've got whoops. Sometimes I'm not getting notes because the gloves, but it's really cold in here. So I hope that's okay, and I hope that reminds you, jogs your memory, and I'll try and find tab for this, and if I can't, I'll write it out for you, but then I'll just have to give it to you next time I see you. And if I do find tab, it'll probably be in a different key. It'll probably be in the original key of G. But that's okay, because you just, everything that you've done here, you just take down 2 frets. And then you can't use these open strings. So you just do the shapes. Yeah, I'm not using an open. I could put my thumb over, but I can't really keep a, because I've got to move all the way up here, so I could have the bass note at first, but really, if you're not, that's why I transposed it, because if you're not somewhere on a guitar where you can have that sustained note, then you're just doing the partial chords, which would be fine in a band, because obviously you'd have a bass player who'd be taking care of all the bass stuff, etc. Yeah. Oh, and that's such a nice line. We can have a look at that one as well if you want. But yeah, basically any key that this would be tabbed in, and it'd probably be G because that's the original key, we would just take everything we just did down 2 frets. Okay, like I said, hope that helps. Bye.